I love the beginning of the beginning. God, the first artist, creates something from nothing. 6 days of creativity. God pauses to self-evaluate. And the critique, it is good. It is very good. We are also told in Bereshit that we're created in the image of God. B'Tselem Elohim. And yet we don't draw from this rich internal wellspring of creativity, our greatest natural resource. Instead, we tell ourselves we're not creative. We don't dance or draw or sing or write. But this isn't true. The great artist Pablo Picasso said, every act of creation is first an act of destruction. And we need to destroy our many blocks and reclaim this unused gift of creativity. Self-consciousness, self-judgment, doubts, the fear what other people think, blur our self-image as co-creator of the world and our ability to look at what we can create and say like God, it's very good. When we do this, we become the best version of ourselves, get closer to living in joy, besimcha, and to putting more goodness into the world, especially when we're face to face with adversity. We all have adversity, loss of loved ones, financial challenges, internal conflicts, but we also have a choice about how to respond. Our rabbis tell us that we have two inclinations, a good inclination, Yetzer HaTov, and a bad one where we misuse things like money, food, language, Yetzer Hara. Rabbi Luzzatto believes that we have the power to choose either side, both knowingly and willingly. I believe that when we're creative, we are led by our good inclination, activating our positive God-given character traits, like tiferet, meaning beauty or balance, and zrizut, it sounds as good as it is, enthusiasm, zeal. Creativity is a remarkable and effective tool in our tool belt, constantly with us for facing adversity. It repairs the heart. Take, for example, the Exodus, the adversity of slavery, the tumultuous departure from Egypt. Miriam, sister of Moses and Aaron, found the only adequate expression for the joy of freedom after crossing the sea was in full embodied lively dance. Or Moshe Siegel, better known as Marc Chagall, the great Jewish painter who experienced anti-Semitism as a child in his homeland, Russia. Chagall, whose immense body of work has been called Hebrew jazz in paint, wrote, "If I create from my heart, nearly everything works. If from my head, almost nothing." I'm a trained modern dance choreographer, performer, and educator. And in the midst of personal adversity, I was inspired by Tehillim 13, a psalm of David that laments. How long, O Lord? How long must I devise resolve in my soul, grief in my heart daily? I choreographed and performed a piece that I later taught to dancers in Israel who understand a lifestyle of hardship. Dance is a strong transformative, physical, intellectual, emotional, and a spiritual response from wonderful artists like Miriam and her husband Sergei. Here in Jerusalem, they learn another piece of mine that I created from adversity called January 31st. They performed it with gutsy strength. Creative action is spiritually sound and also demonstrates a positive defense mechanism called sublimation. When we sublimate, we rechannel hardships and conflicted emotions into productive outlets. This rich place of creativity, character, and a positive defense isn't just for the trained artist, but for the everyday person. We're all created in the image of God, so we have this in us. When we're creative, we can trigger each other's good inclination to connect in a way that is both real and refreshing. I've seen this vibrant connection over and over with students who study dance with me in the theater school, DePaul University, and it is beautiful. Students who take my course, Creativity and Adversity, all non-artistic majors, discover their creativity through simple paper, abstract drawing, and a final project I call Transcending Works of Art, where they sublimate a personal hardship through any artistic medium. This freshman created with glass and the very pill she takes for a serious physical illness. And it is beautiful and powerful in authenticity and artistry. So how do you go about painting that image, writing that poem? Rabbi Dr. Akiva Tatz, in his book Living Inspired, has a 3-part pattern. First is ecstasy, that pristine flash of energy, the aha moment that we all have and need to recognize and honor. The next phase, pain. Now, all Tatz means here is the very, very hard work to take that idea and put it into a tangible form. When we do, we transition to transcendence that he calls the resolution of doubts. Tatz also writes in the chapter Miracle or an Ordeal, attach to the divine and leap, not walk or run or jump. Now I can tell you as a dancer, with a leap, there is great momentum, greater exertion, legs reaching and extended, suspended in the air, no feet on the ground. That scary but exciting time of trust when we are so alive. Let us be this alive. The beginning is work, but the end is a gift, says Rabbi Luzzatto in The Path of the Upright, the Mesilat Yesharim. I'd like to add that when we're led by the good inclination down that path, it can become a more enjoyable trip. And maybe we'll experience what Einstein believes, that creativity is intelligence having fun. I hope my talk motivates you to activate your unlimited creativity, your gorgeous good inclination as a healthy defense, and that you'll say many times, it's good, it's very good. This excerpt from my piece, January 31st, is my transcending work of art. Well, the beginning of the path was very, very hard work. The gift of honoring my beloved mother with beauty and zeal is truly, as Tats describes it, the gift that comes from elsewhere, from beyond the work, beyond the self.
Inclusion is creativity. If we look at the Torah, it's like a cast of characters of people with disabilities. But the story of Moses stands out. Moses had a disability, a speech impediment, and God chose Moses to lead the Israelites out of Egypt. No easy task. And Moses pretty much told God, nope, not gonna do it. I have a disability. And I don't really feel like I should put words in God's mouth, but I'm gonna go ahead and put some words in God's mouth. God was like Mose. I would imagine that was God's nickname for Moses. God was like, Mose, yes, you have a disability, And yes, you can do this. And yes, Aaron, he's over here to be an accommodation should you need it. And yes, you're gonna be a rock star. God got creative. God provided support, and God thought outside of the box.